Hello, my name is Eric Lusa. I'm the audio editor and the character of Don Fleur in the production. For those who haven't watched the previous episodes, this content is considered PG-13 due to the references to alcohol and to violence. Also, everything is entirely unscripted, so everything from dialogue to events is dictated on the spot by the actors and the DM. This isn't a proper show, so while I edit everything together, it's all done in one take, leading to some random and sometimes awkward dialogue. But with that out of the way, on to the show.
Hello, and welcome back to a actual bit of a bonus episode on the Lost Fortune of Dead Man's Swamp. You'll notice that at this time we actually only have one cast member at this time. We'll give them a moment to introduce themselves. But in this case, I'm Mr. Clancy. I'm the Dungeon Master.
And I'm Lucas.
So you'll notice that Lucas is the only one here, and the reason why is because his character was kind of left behind for a little bit, and we kind of wanted to provide this opportunity to fill in the gap about what exactly has Jesse been doing since the characters had to deal with like Alligator Man and Mushroom People and Big Kaboomy with the dynamite, lots of things. So I guess, are you ready, man?
Yes.
Okay.
1 second, actually.
Alright, so we'll kind of go back to where your character was last seen at. So you're on the steamboat, the BB, the Black Bear. You're kind of seeing everyone go on these canoes with these native people as they kind of go off into the fog and they disappear. And you and Chester and your donkey, Hidalgo, have been kind of sitting on the boat alone for now it's about 20 minutes. And at this time, Chester's kind of sitting at the wheel. He's looking around, he's looking back, and he says, walks down to where you're at. He says, "Why didn't you go with them?"
I just stayed behind to watch over my donkey and maybe prepare some food. Speaking about food, we should probably go fishing to get some more food after the incident where all my food was mysteriously disappeared into the water.
That's right. That other guy just dumped all the food to that catfish.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't know about that was the plan?
Yeah, we need more food.
Okay. He kind of looks around and says, "Well, I mean, we'll have to throw a rod in here, and I think that I believe Abigail was fishing before got jumped on. Now, I want to ask though, do you think it's safe for us to fish here? Should we stay here? Because last person who was fishing, there were a whole bunch of arrows pointing at them, and
Well, we can back away from the island a bit, maybe, so we don't get attacked. But I think we'll be fine just in open water fishing."
Chester kind of nods eagerly. He says, "That's a great idea." He runs up, starts the boat, and you guys drift a little bit away from the island where these natives were hiding at, and you kind of go off a little bit where there's more open water. You do see some islands. You're a little bit away from the fog where you actually do see the sun shining through. And he kind of looks over and says, "So, do you know how to fish?"
Yeah.
When was the last time you fished?
Couple years ago.
What'd you catch?
Just some small fish to cook.
Last time I went fishing, I almost lost my thumb to a catfish.
That's great.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Anyways, before this...
You just cut him off. He's like, "Oh."
Anyways.
As soon as he said anyway, he was like, "Oh."
Let's find a shaded spot on the boat to fish so we don't get blasted by the sun.
Kind of looks up and kind of looks around, and as you kind of look around the boat, it's just all there's not really a shady spot. There's a little bit of a corner right by the staircase where there's a little bit of shade there, but not too much. He looks at you and says, "Do you need a fishing pole?"
That'd be nice.
Okay. And he kind of runs over and he just grabs a fishing pole and hands you one. He has one himself, and he kind of walks over to the side of the ship and he just casts his his fishing pole. And he's kind of looking back at you as if you're going to stand next to him.
I go over next to him and start fishing.
Okay, so you start fishing. There's a little bit of time of silence, and he kind of says nods. He's like, "So." Is your character dreading a little bit? You're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
He's like, "So, tell me about yourself."
Well, as you probably know, I have a donkey that I travel with.
keep talking about your donkey a lot.
It's a great donkey. It carries all my supplies.
Okay. How long have you had the donkey for?
Couple years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't shoot it yet. So, you've had your donkey for a long time.
Yeah.
Kind of looks around as if like you're about to say something else. He's like, is that it? Like,
It's a good donkey. Are we going off the topic of the donkey?
no, just like, when I say like how your life, I mean, it's fine that you're thinking about your donkey, but like, I mean,
Well,
where were you born? Like, I don't know anything about you or any of these people.
fair enough. I was born in Florida.
Oh, local boy, okay.
I started cooking at a young age, so it has really been my entire life. I haven't really strayed away from it, but I have mastered the art of cooking.
Wow. Were you able to afford school or you just learned on your own?
I started learning on my own, but I did travel around and go to some schools and see some people who are also cooking and learn from them.
Chester nods a little bit. Says like, so how'd you find yourself with that other, the captain, McCoy? You two seem to know each other.
I met them on my travels, and we've been good friends for a while. We've traveled together to see new sights and try new foods, and we've been a good duo.
He nods a little bit. It's like, so you think they're a good captain then?
I think they're really good. They are strong, they have a good mindset, and they are a good fit for a captain.
No tendency to do random, out of character things that could be harmful. I'm only asking because, some people seem not crazy and then they do something crazy.
Every once in a while, they do seem to get possessed by some sort of thing that makes them do rash decisions, but I don't think that's going to happen.
What did you say about possession? What?
They get possessed by some sort of thing. I don't know. It just gets into their mind.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, he's just like looking. He's like, wait. Are you saying that the captain gets possessed by something? Is that a real thing? Are you joking?
I am not joking. They are they're sane, but it's like they get into this mindset that they just become much less captain-like and more aggressive and not fun to be around.
At what point do you think any of us would have been, told about this?
It doesn't happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I wouldn't worry about it.
Justice kind of looks off and seems just like more concerned. He's like, you've seen McCoy get into these possessed moments?
Doesn't happen that often. I mean, it's like once every couple months.
What happened when the last time it happened?
They shot someone in the hand, and it was kind of called for. Like, they were not that good of a person, but like we had it under control.
They shot their fingers off or their whole hand off?
They shot their hand. The hand stayed on, but like there's a hole. It was not a sight you would want to see.
He looked like Chester was about to like freak out a little bit, but he's just like, okay, cool. That's not terrifying at all. But,
It's fine. Nothing usually bad comes of it, and it goes away really quickly. But I wouldn't worry about it because it hasn't happened for a while. I don't think it's going to happen ever again.
Wow,
They seem to have gotten some therapy to get out of it.
What's a therapy?
I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. Sounds like a type of bread, but all right. So he has his pole in the water. Can you roll your d20 for luck, please?
4.
You feel a little bit of a tug. It's like when you pull the pole back a little bit, you just feel resistance, but not too much.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
Kind of like move it around a bit, try and see if it's an actual thing.
Oh,
or
sure.
if it's
You
just...
move it around, and you definitely feel like when you move it towards one way, there's definitely a bit of a pull. When you move it the other way, it feels like it's not as resistance as if like there is something at the end of your line.
Okay, just try and pull it up, try and see if it's an actual fish or it's just an object on my line.
What's your strength?
-2 modifier?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, sorry. What's your
6.
So roll d20 for strength.
11.
So that's 9.
No, it was 13.
Oh, I'm
13
sorry.
to 11.
Okay. So you roll it up, and there's definitely something at the bottom of the surface. And as you roll it more clearly, you definitely see it's not a living thing. It's just a random boot.
I thought so. Can I try and take it off? Take the boot off my line.
So you have to roll the.
Yes.
Okay. So you're rolling the boot in. You take your hand on the boot. You see a little thing pop out. It's a little snake.
There's a snake in my boot.
What? Chester looks over. He's like, what?
There's a snake in my boot. Can I throw the boot back into the water?
You just throw. You're just like a snake in boot. Just throws it. You're like, Chester's like, what?
Let's keep on fishing.
Okay. Chester's like, this fishing is a lot more entertaining than I thought it would be, or concerning. Can you roll? So you draw again. Can you roll d20 for luck?
19.
Okay. So you're sitting there. You feel a pull, except it's just like.
Mm-hmm.
You see a little bit of bubbles below. What are you gonna do?
I pull it up. I reel it up.
Roll d20 for strength.
15.
Okay. You roll, and you definitely see like some shadow below the surface. And as you pull it up, it is not a fish. It is an alligator.
Oh boy.
And you see like it's literally the hook is like on its mouth, and how it did not snap is like a miracle in itself. But like this alligator is like slashing, and Chester's like, "Oh, it's an alligator."
Are you still good at alligator wrestling?
Oh, heck yeah, I am.
I pull it up. I pull the alligator up.
You pull it. You reel the thing in. Chester like throws his pole aside. He's like, "Come here!" and just jumps on the alligator. Hold on a second. Oh boy! As soon as Chester jumps on the alligator's like on the boat, and it's kind of like it's like 5 foot long alligator. It's kind of like almost the same size as Lucy's character's pet alligator. What's their character's name again?
Big guy.
No, Lucy's character's name.
I don't know. August something.
Something. Okay. It was like because it was called Gizmo or Big Boy, whatever.
It was Gizmo.
Anyway, it's like a 5 foot long alligator. It's not super big, but still a good sized animal. And as soon as Chester like jumps at it, though, the alligator turns its head, opens its mouth, and Chester like just like his shoulder, and the alligator clamps down and just shaking him now. And Chester's like, ah!
Can I poke the alligator's eyes?
You just poke
No, like stab it.
Oh, you're gonna
in the
stab
eyes.
it. What are you gonna stab it with?
Actually, instead of stabbing it, can I pull out my shotgun?
Okay. You have your shotgun. It's just being like swung around like a rag doll.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just gonna fire your shotgun?
Yeah, I'm gonna fire the shotgun at it.
Sure. Can you roll ranged, please?
90.
Oh wow. Okay. Can you take
I don't aim for him, by the way, Chester.
No, I know.
Away from him.
I know. But Chester's gonna have to make a roll because he's being slashed around right now.
Yeah.
Can you roll 4 d12s, please?
Oh my.
If you need help, we can get you
10 plus 1, 11. I'm doing really good at rolling. 8, 19. 7, 19. It's 26.
Okay. So 26 damage. So you fire the shotgun. By some miracle,
God.
when the alligator like swings Chester upwards, you aim the shotgun, you pull it, you aim it at the alligator's eyes, where basically its other side of its head just goes.
Oh my.
And the alligator's like, its mouth just goes ajar. Chester goes like flying a little bit. He actually goes off the boat, falls in the water, and the alligator's just dead. Like you literally blew his brains out.
I tried to save Chester from falling into the
You
water.
look over the railing. Chester's not there.
Oh no.
They're just like you just see like the ripples of water
Do we have any like life-saving things like ropes or pulleys?
There's some ropes around.
I-
There's a rope by where the small canoes are at.
I tie a rope to the boat and I throw it into the water.
Okay. So you do that. Rope's in the water.
Hmm.
There's a moment of silence. You still don't see anything or anyone.
Can I jump into the water?
Are you jumping in the water?
Yeah.
Like
Like not like jumping in, but like doing like climbing down the rope.
oh,
like
so
so-
you're climbing down the wait. Did you? 1 second. So do you tie the rope to like anything, or are you just gonna climb?
No, I tied the rope to like a anchor point.
Okay,
on the
so
boat.
you do that. You climb down, and literally like Chester pops out of the water. He's like, oh!
I try and grab Chester.
Okay, so you're gonna have to roll for strength
Oh no.
because your strength and your stats for strength are garbage.
Yeah, it's a 6. Everyone loves having a 6, and everyone loves rolling a 2.
You literally try to pull him up, and okay. So you try to pull him up. You lose your grip on your rope, and you also just fall in the water. Can you roll d20 for luck, please?
5.
So when you're in the water, you immediately pop out. You kind of like you're keeping afloat, and Chester's like, "That was crazy!" And as you're sitting there, you don't have your shotgun with you.
Oh no. I do not care. I just try to climb the rope and tell Chester to climb the rope too.
Okay, so he's climbing. He's gonna wait for you to climb up the rope. Roll d20. You gotta use agility or strength, whichever stats are better.
13.
Okay. Okay. You both climb up. You're soaking wet. As soon as you got on, you almost slipped on the residue of alligator brains that's now splattered across the deck of the boat. But you get there, you're soaking wet. Your shotgun's not with you.
Do I see it floating in the water anywhere?
Shotguns would sink to the bottom.
So I have no longer.
I
shotgun.
mean, so here's the thing. So right now you don't see anything floating when you get there. The only thing that's floating that's still on the surface of the water is the rope that you put down. And he looks and just looks at you and says, well, thanks for that. That was crazy. He looks down at the alligator. He's like, man, you killed that guy.
Yeah, I sure did.
What? And he looks around. And he says, where's the shotgun?
I seem to have misplaced it into the water.
He looks down at the water and sees nothing. He says, well, that's unfortunate.
It sure is.
Well, we can dredge the water a little bit, see if we can, it's probably hasn't gone that far.
We can also just keep on fishing and see if we catch the shotgun by some miracle.
You're gonna catch the shotgun like it's a fish?
I mean, it has to hook onto somewhere.
He kind of looks at you and he says, if you want to.
Also, we can keep on fishing, so.
Oh, you really seem to like fishing.
I know the alligator is going to feed us for that long. He probably will. Is there any better ways of catching it? The shotgun?
Well, he says well, we have I have a gun, but shotgun's a pretty powerful weapon, so. All right, let's see if you can fish for your shotgun. I'll try my best.
All right.
So roll for luck.
1.
You throw your thing down. You thought you had something, you eagerly, and it's like a piece. It's like a stick, and you're like,
All right, let's try again.
Chester, he gets a little nudge. He reels it up, and because he rolled a nat 20,
Oh my god.
he has a shotgun on the end of his thing, and he pulls up. He's like, "Whoa!
Wow.
I did not expect that to happen. I
Trade?
must be very lucky."
Trade? I offer the stick.
Roll d20.
16.
He looks at you and says, "That's a crappy deal, but because it's yours, here you go." He rolled a nat 20. I wasn't gonna be that mean, but he gives you the shotgun. He's like, "You better check to make sure it's not damaged."
Can I check the shotgun just to make sure it's not
You do.
damaged?
So you kind of look over the wood. It's soaked, but not too bad. You open the shotgun to see you use the 2 shells, so it's the residue, the shell caps. So you pull them out. when you click it, you hear just like something like in the barrel.
I open it. I open it away, facing away from me.
So here's the thing, like you open it, you took the shells out, you look down, and you don't see the light end of your shotgun.
Can I stick the stick through the part where I don't see the light in?
You open your hand for the stick, and Chester gives you the stick, and you do that, and you just feel you do touch something like.
Kind of like angle it so if I were to push something out using the stick, it would fall into the water and like try and force it out.
Sure.
Whatever's in.
You do that. You're doing this for a little bit. You don't really see too much, but then you see something pop up on your end where the stick's going down. It's the snake. The snake just like this tiny little thing, just like it pops its little head out and just looking at you, just like it's like, and you're just kind of poking it in the head. And it's just kind of like.
Can I close it quickly?
Just close it. So you close it.
Oh, can I go grab one of the animal speak potions?
Sure.
And I drink it.
Okay.
Can
You're still holding the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Chester's not aware why you're running around with the shotgun. You drink the potion. It's kind of quiet for a second.
Hey.
There's just like weird signs, and he's like, "Hello?
Can you get out of my shotgun?
No, this is my home.
I'd really enjoy it.
I found it first.
It was mine originally.
You also fished me out of my last home, and you threw me out of my home.
I'm so sorry. I can try and fish it back up for you if you would like.
I don't believe you.
Well,
Do you have a better home in trade?
would you like an empty bottle?
Roll for charisma.
Nine.
No.
Would you like an empty bag?
That doesn't sound comfortable. Eventually the little snake pops his head out the end of your shotgun and he kind of looks around. Hildaga's in the corner, he just looks over, he's like, "What the heck?
I'm trying to get this thing out of my shotgun without it biting me.
Why do you have a snake in your shotgun,
fool? Because it fell in the water and it's in my shotgun now, and
How
I
did
can't
it get in
it
the
out.
water?
Because I dropped it trying to save Chester. Because he fell in the water.
And Hidalgo just looks at you and just says like,
Because we caught an alligator.
"Oh, that's what the bang was."
Yeah, I shot it.
The snake looks up and he says, "Well, this is a nice place you got here.
Yeah,
It's cozy."
it is. But you know what'd be even better?
Why?
If you left my shotgun.
I'll leave if I can have that. And the snake is pointing at a bunk bed.
That is not a fair trade.
Why?
Because
Is that yours?
it's ours.
Who's
Yes.
ours?
Me and the people who I am with.
You have to
They are
understand,
not here right now.
You displaced me from my boots.
Can I?
I'm saying like that pillow right there looks kind of cozy. Can I hang out there for a little bit?
Can I set him down by the pillar? Don't leave, and don't bite anyone or anything.
You put the snake on the bed, and bed's like the snake immediately comes out of your shotgun. And he like looks around. He's like, "Can you roll for charisma?"
3.
You say that, he looks at you. He's like, "Okay," and he just slithers in a pillow.
Can I go back to fishing and try and fish up the hoot?
Sure.
14.
You kind of fish for a little bit, and the only thing you pull up though is there's just like little minnow fish.
Can I like try again and search for anything, including the boot that would work as a home?
Wait, are you looking for one in the boat?
Or anything the fishing.
I mean, you keep fishing.
10.
You pull up a piece of seaweed or like seagrass.
7.
Okay, at this point, like you're like putting out like a can like another little fish. Meanwhile, as you're frantically trying to fish,
never mind.
Chester's kind of like sitting there, like has like that same stick. He's like poking the dead alligator. He says, "Hey, are you gonna cook this up? I think the flies are gonna start getting on its meat."
Oh, okay. I stop fishing and I go over to get the alligator to a suitable spot.
Okay. Roll a d20 for intelligence.
10.
Cool.
+3, so 13.
So you quickly skin the alligator. You quickly try to prepare it, and you like peel the meat, trying to organize as best you can. And you start bringing it down into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Donkey kind of looks at you and says, "Hey, you almost blew the brains out of that guy. What are you gonna do with its head?"
Can I take... So is its head still intact?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, besides the fact that its eyes is like you basically blew its eyes out. Yeah. Its mouth is still there.
Yeah. Can I go over to where the snake is?
Yes.
Do you want an amazing alligator head as a home?
You offer that. The snake peeks his head out of the pillowcase and he looks up. He says, "No," and just slinks his head back into the
Can I try and
pillowcase.
convince him?
He peeks his head out. He says, "This is cozy." And just slinks his head back in there.
So he's in the pillowcase.
He's in a pillowcase on a random bunk.
Can I try?
What are you trying to do?
Can I try and like...
When you're looking over the bunk in question, this is Godfrey's bunk.
Oh. You know what? You can just stay there. Just make sure to not bite anyone. If someone comes and disturbs you, don't bite them.
Snake peeks his head. He's like, "Okay," and then just slinks back into the pillow.
I leave him be.
Okay, so the snake is now in Godfrey's pillow, just chilling there.
Mm-hmm.
The donkey kind of like watches you. He's like, "Oh, he's totally gonna bite him."
Oh, not my
I
problem.
won't say anything.
I have no idea how that snake got there.
Donkey's like, "Yeah." So you start cooking away. So you start cooking it up, and can you just roll d20?
16.
Okay. So you were able to, I mean, so 5-foot alligator, it's not super big as far as like how much meat you can get out of it, but you at least got like 20 pounds of fresh, good meat. You cooked it. You're able to salvage that much of it. And the day kind of goes on for it because cooking alligator does take a bit of time. Mm-hmm. When you have all the meat prepared, are you just gonna like wrap it and just save it for later?
Yeah, just wrap it and save it for later.
So you do that. Do you just stay down there for a little bit, or
I take up all the things that like aren't able to be cooked, like the skin and bad pieces of meat and organs. I just wrap it up.
Okay.
And, like store it somewhere.
Okay. So
Don't throw it overboard.
Oh, you're gonna dump it.
Don't throw it overboard.
Oh, don't over. Okay, so you got. So there's a few places like there's a little storage in the kitchen. There's also like some other compartments. However, the only thing is that it's close by one of your other crewmates' bunks. There's a little shelf by Don Flair's bunk. There's one by McCoy's bunk. There's one by Claude's bunk. So on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. I store it near Godfrey's bunk.
So you just put it like Godfrey's bunk.
In the storage compartment, yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. Are you doing anything else?
I go back to Chester, see how he's doing.
Chester's kind of cleaning off. He has like a little broom. He's like cleaning off what looks like the remnants of the alligator brains. It's just like on over the boat.
Mm-hmm.
He even picks out a little eyeball and just like flicks it off. So he looks at him. He's like, "Oh, you got your shotgun back.
Yeah.
That's good."
Oh yeah, I clean the shotgun off, make sure it's like not dirty.
Oh, that's smart.
And there's no other fish or snakes or things that happen to be inside. I don't tell him that there's anything inside.
Okay, so you okay. Cool. Awesome.